The Speaker of the US House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, has warned that a trade deal between Britain and the United States would be off the table if Brexit harms the Irish peace process. Got live pictures there of her arriving in County Donegal today on a visit which has taken in the UK and Ireland. We'll get more on that in a moment from our correspondent. First, though, let's look at this report from our Westminster correspondent, Lewis Goodall, who has also learned that the technology, which some Conservatives believe could allow Britain and Ireland to diverge without the need for hard border checks, is unlikely to be ready for at least a decade.
For months, for years, the whole of government has been beavering away trying to come up with a solution to keeping the Irish border open and without checkpoints after we leave the European Union. Tory Brexiters say the issue is a phantom one because there's an easy solution.
We are showing how you can use existing technologies and management techniques to deliver a managed border.
Brussels, they're now discussing actively some of the technical ways of dealing with this that I think will allow for a breakthrough.
Actually, there is a well thought through, practical and already available set of systems that could be used.
Slight problem. The government isn't so sure. Sky News has obtained the contents and slides of a presentation compiled by the Home Office which looked into this exact question. It outlines the government's best guess for how a technological solution to the border might work. Suffice to say, it isn't simple. The Home Office suggests using 4 different technologies. First, companies would upload their goods data into a computer system using blockchain systems. Second, sensors and the Internet of Things would detect the goods as they make their way along the route and send data back to the government so they know where and what it is. Machine learning would tell authorities if a shipment looked risky and needed inspection. And revenue collection on tariffs would be automatic. So, nice and straightforward then. But complexity is not the only issue.
For a start, as these documents make clear, there is no government anywhere in the world which manages to do this without putting infrastructure at the border. It would require no fewer than 28 government agencies to be involved, each working with their own myriad different IT systems. And there's no budget for this, no pilot work for it hasn't even begun. It would require extensive cooperation, not only from the Republic of Ireland, but from the European Union as well. And here is the absolute kicker. These documents say that similar technological solutions won't be ready to be brought online in the United Kingdom until 2030.
This former Border Force officer thinks the chance of something like this working is minimal.
Their record generally in everything in relation to borders and indeed policing has been absolutely abysmal over the years. Expecting them to deliver a project so complex as they envisage in respect of the movement of goods across borders really is almost laughable.
Why do you think it is then that so many politicians say that there are easy technological solutions to this question? Because loads do.
Because politicians lie.
But Tory Brexiter MPs, as ever, think the civil service is working against them.
As you know, this is put together by civil servants. I think that there are all sorts of things we can do to ensure that that can work in the meantime without this perfect long-term solution.
But they can't identify anything.
If we're going to wait for the long-term solution, it may take 10 years. I'm not sure it will. I think it'll be quicker.
The Home Office refused to comment tonight. Not long ago, Sajid Javid, the Home Secretary, said that goodwill was what was needed to get these systems up and running. It's going to take much more than that. Lewis Goodall, Sky News, Westminster.